The Peter Obi that you know is a deceit. The Peter Obi that you know is a pretender. All the bigot of this world is Peter Obi, because it's not somebody that should be trusted with the leadership of this country. Glory be to God Almighty that did not allow him to win the election. If it had won, Nigeria would be in serious, problem because of his attitude.
The way he treated you, is that the same way he treated all governorship candidates of the party in other states? Did you bother to find out if that was the same way he treated other governorship candidates?
What I observed is this. I may be wrong. Okay. 12 of us contested for that election. 12. As in 12 governorship candidates. 12
states
in the whole country. Some states did not go into contest at that time.
Yeah.
But 12 of us, I was the only one who happened to be a Muslim. But I observed that during the electioneering campaign, the candidate of Sokoto governorship election, governorship candidate, they came to APC because when they went for campaign, he did not introduce him. He didn't make him relevant at all. This told to Taraba governorship candidate and the deputy. Dido to Kano.
They were also a Muslim?
Yes. So they have decamped even before the election because of the attitude of Peter Obi towards them. So I am happy that I did not win. Not because of anything. Because that kind of man should not be given the responsibility of a very, very serious leadership of this country. That's a country that is not a religious country, a country that is not a country of a tribe.
You mean he is religious intolerance?
That is the way I was thinking he is. But it was confirmed with the leaked video. Audio conversation, sorry.
With Bishop.
Exactly. I did not tell the world about his attitude before that leaked audio conversation. People have said I only linked it to the audio because I did not tell the world. It was 2 days before I told the world about his attitude that this leaked audio came out.
To confirm
and I observed also throughout his electionary campaign, he did not go to any mosque to campaign, nor any Muslim gathering to campaign. So these are the things that I put together, that this one is not tolerant at all. So, as a matter of fact,
despite the fact that he's a vice president, his vice is a Muslim, Ahmed Dati.
Yes.
How did he cope with Ahmed Dati being a Muslim?
It's between the two of them. You can ask Ahmed Dati if you see him, because you may be seeing them together. He may have one or two things to say about him too. Don't you observe that he has never come to the tribunal since?
Yes, Ahmed Dati.
Don't you observe that? Have you seen Ahmed Dati in the court since?
No.
So you don't know what is going on. Because as far as I'm concerned, people around him, all the people around him, they are Christians. They are all Christians. They are all Christians. So, this is a man that's supposed to be father of all. It's too sentimental. He realized that the last time after the election, he went to the Hausa community to do the Salah with them. That was campaign after election. That was campaign after election. So I only thank God that I did not become the president of this country.
Okay. Now, in one of your interview of recent, you allege that during the primary of Labour Party presidential primary, that Party Utomi stepped down for Peter Obi, but that Party Utomi was compelled to step down for Peter Obi. Can you explain what happened around that incident?
I'm not a member of that party again.
Okay.
72 hours ago, I ceased to be the member of that party. It's a hopeless party. A party that does not have direction. It's a party that we think will come to rescue the country. But unfortunately, all the hills of two major political parties, they have more than that in the Labour Party. Because of my experience with them. They cannot tell me anything. Whatever they tell the people is different from what I know about them. Do you understand?
So can you tell us about that Party Utomi and Peter Obi?
This is what happened. Party Utomi was the champion of the third party. And he was the candidate for the third party.
Labour Party.
Third party. So the third party now, the Labour Party and third party now come together. So it was Asaba, they now said Party Utomi should step down for Peter Obi. And that was how Peter Obi got the ticket. But you see, some things do happen under the ground. What are those things? Everybody knows that Party Utomi is a political follower of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Everybody knows that. If you could recall, recently, unofficial committee was, going viral. Economic team. You can see he was the one that led the team. That shows how much Tinubu has confidence in him. Party Utomi. So it was Party Utomi that was getting fund for the movement.
The obedient movement.
The campaign of Peter Obi. But Party Utomi is getting money from Tinubu. They were very happy because if Peter Obi is in PDP, it would have been extremely difficult for Tinubu to be president today. So when Tinubu now realized that Peter Obi is in the Labour Party, he started giving money to Party Utomi. Peter Obi started spending money for his ambition. So at a point in time when it was not an easy thing again for the APC, because Peter Obi started getting momentum. And they now discover, this is not a thing we should be looking at. So politically, because Tinubu is a master in this game. He's a master. I don't know if he has anybody who is equal to him for now in Nigeria. He's a master. Give it to him, whether you like him or not. And he's a strategist. So they strategize and they ensure that, okay, we're going to cut the hands, and at a particular time, the fund stopped. And that's why he voiced out. Remember, he went abroad to look for funds. You remember?
Yes.
So at that time, Tinubu has stopped sending it to Party Utomi, and they went abroad. Even up to now, we don't know how they spend that money that was supposed to, be meant for the party. The money they collected from abroad.
Was Peter Obi aware that the source of fund that Party Utomi was given to him was using to sponsor the party and the thing? Was he aware that it was coming from Tinubu?
You can get his phone number here and ask him.
Okay.
If he's aware, he will tell you. But there are some things you will do that you may not be aware and you will be doing it. That's the bitter truth. Yes, it may be used. You may not know you are being used. So, but that is what happened. At a point when there is no fund with Party Utomi, there is no fund with Peter Obi too. So that was why he went abroad to look for fund through donation. So in essence, you cannot, run away from the strategy of Bola Ahmed Tinubu is endowed. You don't know what they didn't want to register NNPP of Kwankwaso. It was this man that said, allow him to be registered so that this will further give him opportunity again to rise.
And clip the wing of Atiku.
Exactly. Clip the wing of the PDP. Because he will have remained in the PDP. So he now formed his NNPP. So that is how Tinubu is getting higher every day.
Now, coming back to the Labour Party, there's faction in the party, and a house divided against itself cannot hold. What is the future of the party?
Let me tell this to you. The party has been existent for 22 years. And I now realize why they were unable to be at the mainstream of politics. Could you believe this is the first time a presidential candidate of that party is contesting? In the past, the presidential candidate always stepped down for another party candidate. But God gave them the opportunity. But they misused it. They mismanaged it. Peter Obi has been in Nigeria for so long a time. It isn't that Peter Obi is a messiah or somebody that will solve the problems of this country. No. The youths who are major backers of Peter Obi found in Peter Obi as the option they could follow. They were embittered with Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu because of NSAS. Yes. And based on his comments, up to today, Tinubu has never apologized to Nigerian youth over NSAS scenario. So it was this they transferred because they knew quite all right that Tinubu had better chance to be the president of Nigeria. But because of that singular hacks, they said they will show him. Knowing fully that they don't want Atiku has been recontesting, they don't even like him. So they only found in Peter Obi as alternative. It's not because Peter Obi is the messiah or the Peter Obi is good or better than anybody. No. In politics, if I'm your friend, maybe because you are also an enemy to my enemy.
So an enemy to enemy is my friend.
It's my friend. So that is, it's not because I like you. Do you understand? So Peter Obi should not think Nigerian youth likes him. No. No. It's because they don't see any other person,
or any other alternative
than him. He has been in the country for long now. He's not a new person in the country. After all, even when we go deep and deep to his antecedent when he was governor, he's not worthy to be called a leader, especially in the area that I cherish so much. I cherish local government administration so much, because that's exactly where government starts and that is where government ends. Because government is the closest
to the grassroots.
Local government is the closest to the grassroots. So that's why I cherish it. I am a product of local government. But I got to know that it took him like 7 years before he conducted local government election for his two...
Almost to the end of his tenure.
For the end of his tenure. So, what can he deliver?
You are not on a good book of Utomi. That is why you are saying all these things about Utomi.
You can't rule it out. I'm embittered, but being embittered does not mean I should tell lies against this person. To the God, the owner of my soul, I'm saying the truth that I know about him. The truth that I know about him. You know, they did not make us to access him. We don't even know him. He just came to the party within few days and he just got the party ticket. So we didn't know him. We didn't have time to assess him. We didn't have time to relate with him. You know, some people, you may be seeing them outside as good people. When you have cause to have close range relationship with them, like Prophet Priest said, if you want to talk about somebody, make sure you be with that person for at least a day. See him when he's eating, see him when he's talking, see him when he's angry, see him when he's happy. Then you can talk about that person a little. But somebody you are seeing from inside television, seeing him here and there, you don't have close range. You cannot speak so much about him. I have this kind of relationship with him. I share some things with him. So I realize the kind of person he is. And I'm saying this with all sense of sincerity of purpose. Not because I'm maligning him or, blackmailing him. No.